Hi, Ken here with KC Contracting, KCScrewPileExcavating.com. I'm doing a demonstration on concrete piles versus screw piles. Concrete piles is basically like putting a nail in, which everybody's been building things with nails for years. That nail is going to be considered a concrete pile. And this screw, even though it's a screw, it doesn't have the helix on it that would be the same as a screw pile. It's still going to show you the basics of why screws are better than nails, and people know that are building things. But now we're putting screws into the ground to make foundations. I'm going to put this screw in. You can hear when it starts to rattle the impact. It's getting tight going in. Now a concrete pile, I just lit a fire, holds great weight, which is fine in most conditions, but it's not near as good as a screw pile. Concrete pile, whack her a couple times like that, a little extra weight on it, it's going to sink. It has no pull properties. Screw pile is a push-pull. It not only holds from going down, it displaces the ground as it goes down. Once that tube fills, it pushes the dirt out, tightens everything up, the screw starts to do its thing. Plus, it won't let things go down, it won't let things come up. Now there's certain conditions a screw pile doesn't work in, and those same conditions a concrete pile won't work in, and you got to go to a different system altogether, whether it be footings or forms. A screw pile, if you basically have two piles in here and you got to weight, say a tower, and its wind is blowing and it's pushing like that, not only will this screw pile stop this from going down, it stops this from going up, which counter forces the two work together, which gives you like 4 times as much holding ability as just a normal pile. If you want to I pull a lot of concrete piles out and replace them with screw piles. The force is not much to pull them out with my little excavator all the time. Bang on that, probably see the vibration in there. Gonna pull this out. Look at the carnage. Carnage compared. I'm gonna zoom up to that so you can see the carnage. There's the carnage of the screw. And that's the carnage of the concrete. Now you tell me why you would want to not use screw piles if you want to hold a cement bin up or a grain bin or whatever. I mean, look at that carnage. That's the ground coming out, right? I'm just doing this little quick video to get an understanding for all you folks to see as to why wouldn't you use screw piles. I have torques, I have gauges on my equipment that'll tell you what the torque is. I can give you a load on what that pile will hold off of the torques. If I don't hit the proper torque and I gotta go extensions, it's going to be more money. That's just the way it is. If you do your ground testing, and I can do that for you too, but that's not a free service. I can go in there and drill a hole 12 feet, whatever, and say, okay, wow, you got, clay, you got sand, then you got clay, then you got sand, or you got sandstone down there, or whatever. At least I can hit that and say, hey, this many feet. Or if I hit nothing but crap all the way down to 14 feet, it's like, you're going to need extensions. Might have to run a pile in and see what kind of torque we're getting out of that. Who knows? But at least ahead of time you will know, or you can hire somebody else. There's all kinds of guys that go out there and they'll test your ground and say, Here's your ground soil samples. This is what you're gonna need. Boom. You give me the weights. If you say I need 20,000 pounds of weight on this pile, then I'm gonna bring the pile in that'll hold 20,000 pounds, not 16,000 pounds or not 8,000 pounds. I'm gonna bring the right pile in to do the job to begin with. If you have all your ducks in a row and your load points. Mobile homes and modulars are pretty much standard, but when you get into houses, big houses and stuff, then spacing of the pile, all kinds of factors, you know, are part of it. I just wanted to show a demonstration of concrete pile versus a screw pile. I put in screw piles for open buildings, for the cover over the sawmill at the Pioneer Museum in Stony Plain, because the wind, the engineer wanted a wind system, so if the wind picked up, it couldn't pick that roof up and walk away with it. And I custom made all the pile caps for that to bolt on so that it can't grab it and bugger off with it, you know. So if you're thinking of putting piles in, really take a look at the screw piles. Talk to me, give me a call. Be glad to discuss it with you, and I'll go in and do a test if you want, but the tests aren't free. Nothing's free. It's a service, but it could save you thousands of dollars if you go in. I do a test and say, hey buddy, I don't think we can go with screw piles on this. Then you got another option to deal with. You got something to work with. So just my quick video. I'm going to try and get this onto my website. I suppose if you're watching it, it's probably on my website. I'm going to throw it on the Facebook, on KC Contracting on Facebook too. So be looking forward to hearing from you, and hope you like my video. Thanks, and have a good day.